Dear students, in our previous lesson, uh, chapter 9, we have learnt about the human reproductive system. So, today in this lesson, we will see how the hormones play a role in bringing the changes so that uh, child grows into an adult. So, adolescence and puberty are one of the important stages in the development of the human being. So, generally, growth begins from the day one uh, when the child is born, but upon crossing the age of 10 or 11, there is a sudden spurt in a growth which becomes noticeable. So, these changes taking place in the body are part of growing up. So, growing up is a natural process, the period of life when the body undergoes changes leading to reproductive maturity. So, this is called adolescence. So, adolescence period begins at the age of 11 and lasts up to 19 years. So, adolescent children are also called teenagers. The human body undergoes several changes during the adolescence. The most important change which marks the puberty is that the boys and girls become capable of reproduction. Puberty ends when an adolescent reaches reproductive maturity. So here we can find some changes during this puberty period, that is increase in height, changes in body shape, voice changes, increasing activity of sweat and sebaceous glands, development of sex organs, reaching mental and intellectual emotional maturity. Let us see the first change, increase in height. So, sudden increase in the height is the noticeable change in the puberty period. During this time, the long bones, that is the bones of the arms and legs, getting elongated and makes the person tall. Initially, girls grow faster than the boys, but by about 18 years of the age, both reach their maximum height. So this rate of the growth in the height varies in different individuals. Some may grow suddenly at the puberty, some slow down, while others may gradually. Changes in the body shape. The shoulders become broader and the chest become wider, and the muscles of the grow prominently in case of the boys. In girls, the region below the waist becomes wider and the muscle of the body do not grow prominently. Voice changes. Uh, at the puberty period, voice box or larynx begin to grow. Boys develop the larger voice boxes, and the growing voice box in boys can be seen as a protruding part of the throat, which we called it as a Adam's apple. Uh, in girls, the larynx is hardly visible from the outside because of its small size, as the girls have high pitched voice while the boys have the deep voice. Increased activity of sweat and sebaceous gland. During the puberty, the secretion of sweat gland and sebaceous gland increases. Many young people develop acne or pimples on the face at this time because of the increased activity of these glands in the skin. Development of sex organs. Uh, Testes are the male reproductive organ which develop completely in this puberty period, and testes also begin to produce the sperms. While in girls, the ovaries enlarge and egg begin to mature, and also ovaries start releasing the mature eggs. Now reaching to the mental maturity, intellectual and emotional maturity. So here in adolescence period, there are many changes takes place in the way of thinking. Adolescent feel that they are independent and also became the self-conscious. Even their intellectual development takes place, and they tend to spend considerable time thinking. Uh, and in this time they have the great capacity for learning, so they are advised to get engaged with the activities like yoga, meditation, and also for developing their intellectual level they can learn the many new techniques like the computer programming, drawing, art, sculpture. So this will help to develop their creativity. Secondary sexual characters. As we have seen in the chapter 9, testes and ovaries are the reproductive organs and they produce the male and female gamete, that is sperm and ova. In girls, breasts begin to develop at the puberty and boys begin to grow facial hair, that is mustache and beard. So these distinguishing characters which make the difference in the male and female, so they are known as secondary sexual character. In boys, they also develop hair on the chest, while uh, in both the boys and girls they grow under hairs under the arms and in the region above the thigh or pubic region. Hormones. The changes which occur at adolescence are occurred by the chemical substance called hormones. So hormones are secreted by the endocrine glands or ductless glands. So there are seven types of endocrine glands in the human beings. The hormones which are secreted by testes, so testes are the one of the endocrine glands which is also one of the reproductive organ. So testes secrete the hormone called testosterone which help to develop the secondary sexual character in the boys, while in female ovaries secrete the hormone called estrogen which makes the breast to develop, and also the milk secreting gland, that is a mammary gland, also develop inside the breast. So production of this hormone is under the control of another hormone secreted from the endocrine gland called the pituitary gland.